Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of our Let's Play of Europa Universalis 4 as Ironman, well, Prussia, I guess. We're Germany now, but I'm not going to change the title of the series because that would be kind of confusing, but we are indeed here. We currently have no manpower, and we do have a ton of stability, though. Holy cow. It's actually been a couple of weeks since the last time I played. I recorded a bunch of episodes, basically, over 2 days in a row. So then I basically went on a big break. So hopefully we can get back into this too much trouble. We don't have a lot of manpower right now, so most likely we're going to be sitting on our hands for a little bit. And I think after that we're probably going to look at maybe going after the Ottomans because they've gone kind of big and scary, and you know, I want to put them back in their box. Again, it's not like I don't have a goal about necessarily painting the world as German gray as possible. That's not really what I'm looking for, although we do have about 100 years. There's a lot we can do in 100 years. And there's something to be said about going after weaker people first rather than the strong people. It's like 6 of one, half dozen the other, right? Small people are easier to beat up, and you can integrate them into your country, and you get bigger. Good, but the sooner you hit someone who's large, the sooner you can stop them from becoming an even bigger problem down the line. So we'll see how it goes. A few people had requested some world tour. I mean, we'd panned around a little bit before. You know, we're not really concerned with what's going on in the New World, generally speaking. I do love that Scotland, like, still exists up here, although it looks like they're being swallowed up by the Netherlands, apparently. Yeah, Netherlands. Wow. Interesting. We've got Nova Hollandia over there, Iroquois, New Norway, Portuguese Mexico, Spanish Louisiana. What's this dark? Oh, that's one of the, that's Choctaw are still around. That's interesting. California, Alaska, Haita's still there. Breton, Mexico, and more Breton, Mexico. That's actually kind of interesting. Colombia, Spanish, Brazil, Portuguese, several different things. I think these are 2 separate Portuguese client states, or not client states, sorry, colonial nations. Morocco is quite big and doing okay for itself, despite the fact that Tlemcen and Spain are encroaching, or are still on the northern border there. It hasn't seemed to affect Morocco too much. Tunis, the Mamluks, I think, are completely gone, have been for a while. No, yeah, that's Cyprus. It's Cyprus. Yemen, Ethiopia. Ethiopia definitely expanded from where it started, right? Like, I don't know, they keep changing some things here and there, but I think Ethiopia starts, like, as a nation about that big, I'm not sure. Although it looks like some chunks of it have been taken out by the Ottomans, so they may have been bigger in the past. You got Spain, oh, and is it Great Britain? It's Great Britain, yeah, as opposed to England, I mean. And Portugal are all sharing the Cape. That's kind of interesting. Bamanis is the big bad boy in India. Bengal, Jodhpur, Persia is... Oh, yeah, because this would have been the Timurids, right? Do the Timurids form Persia? They mostly let go of Persia, release Persia, and then what? I guess Persia's come back and kicked our butts. Those are the sort of things that's happening. Russia keeps sort of tentacling out over here with their colonial sort of stuff. When we do integrate them, and we are working on them, we don't have anything that with colonists, so that's going to stop there, but that's going to be okay. In terms of religion, some people had asked about that. I mean, again, I don't care too much what's happening in the New World or the Far East. That's not relevant to Germany right now, but you have it there. Reformed is the big one. Of course, I believe I forced Russia to convert over to Reformed ages and ages and ages ago, just to make our relationship a little bit easier. Also, they've been using their missionaries to convert people over, and it looks like they've done a pretty good job, actually. Very impressive. We've got Catholics to the north of us, Catholics to the south of us, but we're stuck in the middle with them. We've got, what are these provinces currently? Catholic, okay. I was going to say, they're all stripy there, so they're not Ottoman Sunni. They are still something else. Sunni quite big, still a Shia presence over here. We've got a little pocket of Coptic over here in the Ottoman Mountains, as well as down here in the Ethiopian territory. Fetish is Catholic. So, other than... Okay, there's some Protestant in North America as well. I was going to say, other than the island of Great Britain and Ireland, and I guess Iceland, was there any Protestant? There is some, not much. Brittany is still over here and being Protestant, which is interesting. Okay, so I think we can probably go on pause. I will note we have quite a few states we can make, including some, most importantly, where we have all the provinces in that state. Like Mazovia over here would be a good example. And it would definitely increase our income, but of course we'd be spending admin power to do that. Currently, we don't have any power in any of the categories, but we're way ahead of time in every possible field. So it's definitely a possibility that we might decide to start spending some amount of admin, say, coring some states or something like that. I will likely between my low manpower, although obviously it'll bounce back in, well, I was going to say probably less than 10 years because of some of the bonuses we've got, we don't want to really annex any more territory until the next admin level, where we get an extra 20% discount. We'll actually just save a lot and actually be able to expand faster if we just wait for that to happen. So there's definitely going to be a period of some passivity. So I'm just going to unpause here. We're going to expect a few messages about diplomacy from the AI, because when you do load things up, not everything about the AI decision-making state is saved in the save, so they tend to reevaluate a few things on a save load. I mean, relationships don't get reset, but sort of how the AI thinks about things will get reset. We've got all of our forts offline. We are... Okay, benign neglect. I did destroy a fort as well. I think there was one up here or something like that. We still get a couple layers of redundancy over here, which, you know, may not be necessary. But I don't know if it's worth removing them right now, because I think they'll still help a lot against French aggression over here. And there will be another war against France at some point, so I think it's going to be okay. Who are our rivals? Just the Ottomans and France, the only two people we can rival. We are currently espionaging against the Ottomans. I think we're probably just going to do some more support rebels or something like that. Although it does cost money, but our income is pretty good. 261 per month right now. We have 105% trade efficiency, which sounds pretty all right. We're exactly at our naval force limit. We've got 81% of the control over the English Channel, which is where our ships are. And in fact, at that point, it makes me think we could really easily go and move our ships out somewhere else. We might want to put a few in the North Sea to help bring people to the south. That's pretty much it. I mean, maybe more. Maybe we could put some ships in New World to shift some trade over in a few different directions, but I don't think so. Yeah, I think if there's going to be anything, it might be like the North Sea to move some more things down here, but even then, I don't know if it's truly worthwhile. The best thing to do if we do get more force limit might just be to throw more people into this fleet, even though it's not going to add considerably more trade power over here. It does keep this fleet a little bit more safe. We actually might want to build more heavies, actually, if we get more force limit. I think that would be okay. Converted over Tyrol. We'll go ahead and do Zurich after that. We've got our fervor set to trade right now, which I think is fine. And yeah. Just hear the game like really, really, really quiet. Just gonna check my volume mixer over here. Oh yeah. Super low. Not that there was much music playing right then anyway, but the Windows mixer was down. Okay, so they're on the border here. I mean, I think I was thinking about some aggression, but I don't think we're starting yet. Again, we don't have the admin to core things. We would like the admin efficiency to be able to core things even cheaper. What we can do, and what we'll likely do, is we'll likely start our war against probably the Ottomans before we actually hit the next admin tech. Just because, you know, we'll need some time at war, as long as we don't peace out before the admin tech, which is going to be fine. I also suspect that since we're 14 years ahead of time, and we'll obviously be capping that out well before then, because we're making a ridiculous number of points. Do I want to rebalance this at all? How are we doing idea-wise? I'm wondering if I want to shift the balance over to military. No, it's going to be fine. I will probably, if we're starting to get close to the cap, I'll probably go and create a state out of, say, Mazovia here, and then spend a little bit of admin filling them out. And I may do a few more of those. Sabotaged our Diplo rep. That's actually really annoying because it's going to slow down our integration. 1776. I think it slowed it down by like 20 or 30 years, which is more than a little frustrating. So, I mean, we are way ahead on military. Actually, the regiment cost discount would actually be pretty powerful. So let's go ahead and pick that up. What's the next level? Is less land maintenance, which actually will be really, really good. Probably is worth prioritizing both of those surprisingly quick. How are we doing on our actual force limit? We are not quite at the cap. Okay. So that's going to be okay, because it's going to give us a little bit more time before we fill up our manpower as well. I mean, it feels weird to think about delaying things. Oh yeah, I have like 1 million buildings built. When I ended the last episode, I had like 3 grand, so I went and spent it on a few more manufactories and a bunch more military buildings, and we'll probably keep doing a bunch of that. We can recall that diplomat, that's going to be fine. All the institutions are completely done. And I did check before the episode started. I don't really have any estate actions to do. So we're just going to hold off on that. All right, very exciting right now. All right, I guess I can go back to speed 4. Our heir Carl is martial educator. Oh, less army decay, army tradition decay. That's actually very nice, because I think it decays faster when it's higher up. So right now it's decaying a little speedier, and it would be nice to offset that. More conversions, lovely. Let's just keep going with some of that. Good, good, good. Well, there we go. Many counting houses done. Cathedrals, counting houses, vroom. Okay. The counting houses, I don't remember. They decrease state maintenance, right? No. Counting houses are the production boost. Never mind. I'm thinking of the town halls. And we already have some levels of it somewhere else. I wonder if it's worth doing a bunch of that. It also lowers autonomy. But I wonder, like, I don't like that we don't have a sort of preview of how much it would save us, and I can sort of understand why that might be. I just don't know if it's worth building. How many more cathedrals, if any, might be worth building? We already have temples here. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Make best use of those slots. Here as well, and there. I think it's probably okay to build that. That we've got it there, but it doesn't seem like we're going to get enough money out of it. Especially some of those things are not stated up. And I don't remember, like, I think I had some sort of target in mind for when to be worth doing, but let's go ahead and do that. When to be worth doing. English much? This actually belongs to Russia, but I'm going to go and do that anyway, because soon it will be mine. And even in the meantime, it'll be good to give them a bit more of a boost. So we've got that. How about the counting houses? Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead. Spend that money. Ooh, wow, plus 82. Very nice. All right, I'm going to do some more rounds with the military buildings as well soon. Discovered an agent, that's fine. So what do I need? Fabricate, not fabricate claims. Support rebels, I need... Oh, I'm already supporting them. Ah, okay, never mind then. Well, we could do a few other things. Mess up with them. So, it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens with the revolution, right? And that starts in 1750. If we were at negative stability, and there's a few other modifiers we could use to increase the chance it could start off here and or spread here and different things like that. If we do switch to a revolutionary government, we can get more more morale, right? And that's pretty good. Ooh. I mean, that's quite nice, but it's only 5 years. It's limited time. Mercantilism is forever. So let's go ahead and do that. And obviously, trade is very good for us. One of the big reasons we make as much money as we do. Okay, some rebellions have kicked in over here, but they've got enough troops to fight that off, so that's going to be fine. So if we take a look at the buildings, I think there were more good spots for, what am I looking for? Training fields for more manpower. Oh, increased cost. Bunch of recent uprising modifiers have gone away. We'll take a look at our rebellion status in a moment. Oh my god, we've eclipsed France. That's insane. There you go. Build it there. That will be quite good. And of course, we're getting a lot more manpower for our buck because of our quantity ideas. Costly embargo, I mean, I could keep it there anyway, because it's not actually as costly as you might think, but we'll go ahead and do it. We're at 100 power projection. Well, that's pretty good. So literally the only person we can rival now are the Ottomans. Now, can you ever eclipse everyone? I bet you can. Oh, we are also embargoing Spain. Okay. Fair enough. And do we have a spy here? No. I don't think we can agitate for liberty for Spain. I think they like France too much, as frustrating as that is. Oh, yes, we do have admin ideas over here. Now, the Merc recruitment is important. Advisors are nice. Admin tech discount is okay. It's a little late to be relatively meaningful. Number of states. I mean, it's not like we're capped on our states anyway. We can actually have 67. So, yeah, we don't need more states. So I don't think we're developing any more admin ideas. I mean, I don't think we had to go as far as we did, to be honest. Yeah, that's not... You know what? I'm going to save all my admin power now for, like, cores and stuff. Now, although... Hold on. If you finish this, there's one of these ideas... Do I have influence? I do. Would decrease Diplo Annex cost, which is nice. There's another one of these that decreases coring cost, isn't there? Maybe not. I thought administrative did. There's a decreased aggressive expansion modifier, but I don't care about that. Okay. Because some of these idea combinations do lead to really valuable stuff like that. Yeah, that could have been handy. I don't know if that applies to integration. But that's okay. And I mean, we may diplo-annex some things, but probably not that many more going forward. So one of the things we'll have to consider as well is client states. I've never built client states. Like, I guess you can use them probably to feed land and core things faster, right? If you were trying to get big. Also, the last time I played in this area, and I think it was my Italian game where I became the HRE, and then I was able to pass all the things and form like a unified HRE. The country was just too big to manage. Hey, Freethinker's not persecuted. Nice. And so it might be a good idea to make client states for that, just so that I don't have to manage as many troops. It's not as effective as running it myself, but it becomes a lot less frustrating. Increasing their ability or influence by 22%. So this would give the nobility some land. Bring them up to 74% influence. I think I'm going to go ahead and just accept it. That is said by 22%. It only went up by 2%. Okay, that's an interesting pop-up. Master of the Mint has gone away. Do we still have inflation? No, we don't. So we don't have to worry about another Master of the Mint. A little more mercenary strength wouldn't be bad, but it's not critical. It's only level 3. Is there another good... Where am I going? Yeah, over here. Is there another good sort of... I mean, we could get a half price one of these guys, giving more influence to the clergy, which would bring them up to 70%, which is a little scary. But we can deal with it. So the Inquisitor is the person who converts people, right? Yeah. And we don't have to worry about that too much. The Theologian, I think, just decreases unrest in general, which is probably handier. Alright, let's do that. Bring them up to 70%. And there we go. We're going to get Friedrich over here, who is half price. Always nice to save a few bucks. Like, yeah, we're rich, but there we go. I would love a better Diplo Rep guy, because it's only level 1. But unfortunately... Diplomat. Is it Diplomat that I want? Okay, how do I find out what your class is? Statesman. No, it's a Statesman that I want. Yeah, that's frustrating. Truce of Savoy ended. A bunch more buildings have completed. Lovely. We are still... No, we're not even halfway on our manpower pool. We do have quite a bit of admin power kicking around. Okay, and yeah, there's no way... Like, we're going to end up so ahead of time over here that I think it is well worth, especially if I'm not going down that idea branch, that is going to be well worth statifying Mazovia over here. 127. Excellent. And the clergy is not satisfied with how much land they've got. So, wow, that is really quite potent. I think we'll give them this province. It probably won't be enough, actually. Oh, 10.2. So yes, that will be sufficient. Lovely. Okay. You keep building up. What's the autonomy over here? Yeah, good. 0 everywhere except 25% here in Wisna as a result of the... You're insulting us, okay. As a result of the estate. 1st of January, 33. High fervor. So, I mean, we're not going to war. I mean, 145 years over there. Like... Oh, we get more Diplo rep from this. Okay, there we go. Let's go and do this. I still think trade is the #1 priority, but it's still nice. So we'll get more Diplo rep. That will actually be quite handy. Boom, boom, boom. There were no ideas I could pass over here to get Diplo rep, right? I think I've got one running. Yeah, that's okay. So let's convert Co. There'll still be 2 Catholic nations, but that's all right because we are humanists, so we've got like the crazy good religious unity, that's okay. I don't have any more buildings going on right now, so let's take a look. I really would like to consider... I mean, we got enough money, we could probably go crazy on our force limit as well. But I don't think we quite need that right now. We're still packing a larger raw army than most people. And we've got higher quality troops by far. So as long as the fact that I'm just kind of lazy with my encounters and don't use my manpower in the most efficient manner, as long as that's not too much of a problem between quality or quantity ideas and just having lots of these, we're going to be okay. I mean, we probably will build some conscription centers at some point, but for now we're okay. I think we are good there. And production wise, and what the hell, we'll go and put you down anyway, because we do get to double dip on production. How much money do I have left? All right, let's take another look at manufactories just in case. Although, again, I think we're mostly done. That I don't know if it's worth building a manufactory for that. For 55, that seems pretty okay, though. We'll have to check from time to time as we make states and drop the autonomy in places. I mean, if it was earlier in the game, then more of this would be fine. Okay, that's good. At some point, we just save money for, like, infinitude mercenaries and then just, you know, win easily through there. Royal Heretic. Consort is beyond reproach. The commoners will get over this rumors. So this would give us national unrest for 10 years. That's rough. Or we get a divorce and lose prestige. That is a lot of national unrest. So she hasn't let go of the Catholic faith is the problem. That is a lot of national unrest. Now my modifiers are like -11. You know what? I bet you we could just soak this, especially since, I mean, we're not overextended. We won't be for a while. Our religion's okay. How is my consort? I mean, it only matters in the very rarest of situations here. Actually, it's completely irrelevant. You know what? I'm just going to say how dare they. Just because, whatever. I love my spouse. So a little provincial unrest starting to rise up again. But 208 years. Yep, not relevant. Okay. And, I mean, we have lots of prestige, but it is relevant for a few things we would like to do, having the higher prestige here. So it is a nice perk. I mean, global trade power, the morale boost, which is really nice. Legitimacy boost, although we're capped on there, which is brilliant. Institution embracement cost, well, we're done that. 30% of the way here with Russia. So we don't actually have the timer here. There's another timer somewhere else, isn't there? Oh, there we go, the integration. So 69, so still quite far away. And unfortunately, people are still messing around with our diplomacy. Conversions, modifiers expired. Let's take a look at the Ottomans real quick. So discontent. Sure, we're gonna do it. Excellent. Okay. Just mess with the Ottomans a little bit. I don't know if it's gonna be relevant. Friends in need. So we could help Hungary and get a huge boost. Or broken promises. You know, Hungary's... we have no intention of going to war against them, even though they have gone and allied Austria, but it's fine. It's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and spend the military power for a boost with Hungary. We're just nice. So we're role-playing a little bit, you know, not always necessarily making the decision that is the strongest. Spending 25 military power does hurt in a lot of situations, but psh, fine. Who cares? So we are building a spy network in France again, because why not? Still building it in the Ottomans, still working on integrating. And we are still not quite at 50% of our max manpower. We're getting a little bit more because our max has gone up from some of the buildings. Lawful territories expired. Well, isn't that lovely? And admin is still likely to be the first thing that we hit the cap on. That being said, we might be willing to spend a little bit of ahead of time penalty if it's not too bad. We do also have a few more full states. I don't think I care about the Baltic Islands. It's pretty tiny. Not particularly wealthy. Okay, military advisors lost. I mean, if we did state you, what would happen? Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not too bad. And we get more than just money from doing that, but that's okay. Where is Upper and Lower Swabia? Swabia's like down here, isn't it? There we go, that's Lower Swabia. That is actually a very big boost of cash. Alright, let's do another round here. 93 to core all those, and then, you know, someone starts to complain that they don't have enough control. It's going to be the clergy again, which is fair. This is actually possibly a really good province to give to the clergy just to max out tax benefits. It would have the 25% built-in autonomy. You would ignore it on here. It means we get a little bit less production and manpower from here, but it would make the clergy really happy for a really long time. So you know what? I'm just going to do that. Just lazy, then I don't have to micromanage them quite as much. CB against Shervin. Okay. Right, and my armies... Whoa, 7 ducats. Oh, no. My armies do need more infantry on the front lines, but I think I was hesitated because of supply limits, actually. But I can probably do a wee bit of this. Don't think that'll put us above the supply limit, and we can take a look at that afterwards. Oh yeah, that's the mercenary recruitment. I mean, the more possible advisors is actually really nice, but I think it makes sense to save the admin for a few things. I think we get more bang out of our buck from making a few states, rather than get the ideas, and of course the technology and the coring is going to be better overall. Okay, integration going. So yeah, I mean, I know that wasn't necessarily a very exciting episode, but we are just going to wait. It'll be really good when we do get to 27. I could go up to speed 5, I suppose, to burn through this, but the admin tech level 27 is just so huge because the administrative efficiency bonus is just massive. Oh, there's our truce with France and everything ending. Independence Preserve modifier is going away, which drops their influence a little bit. We still don't have any... Yeah, Sikh support is... Yeah, just that, which isn't what we're looking for. We want administrative support at some point. When is that? 47. Oh, it's going to be ages before we can run that again. All right. Well, we'll put a cut in here. Thank you very much for watching another episode, folks. And next episode, yeah, I'll try to run it at speed 5, and probably by the end of it, we'll have started a war against someone somewhere. Thanks for watching. See you then.